Good evening, sir.
Recording stopped.
Evening, Kashfi. Good evening. Kashfi, your exams are over.
Yes, sir. Sir, PT1.
नमस्कार दिवेश सर. नमस्कार सर.
Namaskar. Welcome. Kashfi, what was your score in 5th standard?
Sir, score is best. And sir, I am saying that I didn't.
Yes.
Sir, I didn't understand today's topic.
No, right now I was asking what were your marks in 5th standard?
Sir, in PT1.
Yes.
Sir, in PT1, I've got in maths 18 out of 20. And in EVS 20 out of 20. Hindi 19 out of 20. And in English 18 out of 20.
Okay.
No, sir, 19 out of 20.
You must be having a rank in your class. What is your position in your class?
Sir, no rank.
Okay, so you are asking what is the meaning of today's topic? It is about any crime which shocked you most, which you may have seen yourself or you read about. Okay, you have to tell about any crime that you found most shocking. Okay, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Any crime that you found most shocking from news or your own personal experience or something that you heard about from your parents, etc. Okay, think about the most shocking, something which disturbed you, shocked you most. Okay, or you have to speak for 2 minutes on that. So in the meantime, others will start. You also try to think of something which disturbed you most. So who will start? Please volunteer.
So may I start?
Yes, very good. Please start.
Namaskar
Camera.
everyone. Sir, I am traveling right now, so it may difficult to me to on my camera.
Why is it difficult while traveling? You can try
Sir,
switch on your camera.
because while holding the camera from one hand and with one hand, and when there is a turn, so
you can stop at a place and then you can speak.
Yeah.
There is like the street light too.
Yes, we can see. We can see you. Please switch on your camera.
Sir, may I start?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Namaskar everyone. My name is Vishwas and today I will speak on this topic, like most disturbing incident that I hear from some, like my family or my friends. That more disturbing incident was like there was a thief, like when he was 4 years old. Like my father told me this incident. Like there was a boy 4 years old, and he was first time he just uh, stole something like gold jewelry from a lady, and he give that jewelry to his mother and said that I have just got my salary and all with this I have buy this you for this I buy this jewelry for you. And his mother was like so kind, she was like so innocent that she believed on his children, like his son, and he said, oh, I am proud of you. And the day by day he used to do that again and again. And one day when he just do a bank robbery, the police catch him, and he said the police that when the policeman asked what's your last wish, so he said that I want to meet my mother. And when his mother come, he just speaks few words like माँ अगर तुम मुझे पहले रोक देती तो मैं अभी इस जगह पे नहीं होता. And he just bite out his ear, and he just cutted her mother ear. So that was the most disturbing incident.
Okay, very good, Khushi. I'll make some
you, sir.
corrections in your language. Instead of saying believe on, we always say believe in. Okay. And you said do bank robbery. Instead of that, you will say commit.
Did bank robbery. Did.
Commit. Better is commit. Commit bank robbery or committed bank robbery if it is past tense. And bite out, you said. Instead of bite out, we will say bit off. Okay, he bit off mother's ear or whatever you are referring.
Yes.
Okay. So,
Sir, may I start, Bhavya?
Yes, Bhavya, start.
Namaskar, sir, and my dear friends. I am Bhavya Bals to speak on this topic.
Can you
And
switch on camera?
Yes, sir, sure.
Yes.
Namaskar, sir. Namaskar, sir, and my dear friends. I am Bhavya Bals to speak on this topic. And the most disturbing or most shocking crime I have seen that, there was a person who do a bank robbery, but he gave bribe to the police, and after that they caught a mentally disturbed person, and they asked them, they make a mentally pressure on him, so he can the crime he has done, and he can accept that he has done that. So this is the most shocking crime. In the last, when they were giving him the hang, when they tell him to hang on the hang along the fan, so they asked what is your last wish. He asked him to eat a bite of ice cream. This is the most shocking and the most disturbing crime I have ever listened.
I've ever heard. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And you also said do bank robbery, committed bank robbery. Okay. Instead
Okay,
of do
sir.
bank robbery, and you said created mentally pressure on him. Instead of that, you will say created mental or created mental pressure, not mentally pressure. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Or made him mentally disturbed. Okay. Mentally stressed. Or just say created mental pressure on him.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Next, who will speak? Please volunteer. Who will speak next?
So may I?
Yes, Ritika, can you switch on your camera? Yes.
So my name is Ritika, and I'll be telling you about the crime I have heard. So we all know that these days, unfortunately, we are able to hear many crimes, from the murder to a rape. It's all threatening news. But it was more scary for me to know that a boy just 8 years old killed her mother because she denied that boy to play and forced him to study. Not only this, but that boy kept her mom in a bedroom for more than 3 days. And he was threatening his sister as well, that he would do the same to her if she utters a word about this case. After a few days, the boy called police and told that he found a dead body in the bedroom. But finally, her sister told everything to the policeman, and policeman saved the sister of that boy. However, the father of that boy was in army. He was sad and shocked at the same time after knowing this incident.
Okay. You can go into a little more detail so that you at least speak for 1 minute. But regarding your language, you spoke well. But instead of saying you are talking about a boy, and don't say kill her mother, killed his mother, and don't say police ma'am, the police officer, lady police officer. Okay, ma'am,
Okay, sir.
we should say only when we are talking about a teacher, etc., or someone who is very senior to us. And when we are talking directly, then we say ma'am. When that person is not present, you can say lady police officer. Yes, Shrishti, I can see your hand. You want to ask something? Yes, please go ahead. Shrishti, we can't hear you. Either your mic is far off or you are speaking very slowly.
May I turn off my camera? It might be nepotism.
Okay, okay. Please speak loud.
So my case is the Tandoor murder case. In 2003, Sushil Sharma, the former president of the Delhi Pradesh Youth Congress, was found guilty of the murder of his wife Naina Saini, a former Mahila Congress functioning in Delhi. In July of 1995, a murder occurred. Sharma had been in a live-in relationship with Naina for a while before they married, and he chose to keep the wedding a secret. Sharma likely noticed Naina on the phone when he entered the home on July 2, 1995. She hung up, but when he pressed the radial button, the call was answered by a former classmate and Congress colleague of Naina. Enraged, he shot her with his pistol and brought her body to the restaurant, where he chopped it off and attempted to burn it in the tandoor. The matter went to trial later that year, with the verdict in the so-called Tandoor murder case arriving in 2003 when he was sentenced to death. In 2013, the Supreme Court modified his death sentence to a life sentence.
I could not hear you properly, Shrishti, but I think you were saying murder occurred. Better phrase is murder was committed. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, who will speak next?
May I?
Yes, Shaurya, go ahead.
Good morning, sir. On today's topic, I will speak about Shabnam case. A girl, which named Shabnam, killed his whole family for a marriage. So, after birth, when the police gets in the house and asks Shabnams and investigate that house or who killed his whole family and why Shabnam is only alive in her family. So, Shabnam tell the reason. Some killers or thieves came and killed the whole family. I was laid down on the terrace, and they could not saw me, and they leave me, and I was only allowed alive for that reason. And they and Shabnam stole all of the things and and uh and take the money and send that to one any bank. And then she say that all the money and all the jewelries thieves got it and stole it. Thank you.
Have you finished?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Shaurya, very good. Your voice is loud enough. But instead of saying she stole all things, You can better say she stole all valuables. Okay. She stole all valuables. And you said could not saw me. What is the mistake in this?
Sir,
Shaurya?
sir saw me.
No, could not see me. You are right. You have to use past tense. But when the auxiliary verb, could not is auxiliary verb, is already in past tense, then the main verb will not be past tense. That will be present tense. Okay. If
Okay, sir.
there are two verbs here, could not and saw. So only keep the helping verb, which is could not. If that is past tense, then you don't have to make the main verb, which is saw in this case, converted to past tense. That will remain present tense always.
Okay, sir.
You said police get to house. Get to, I think instead of this, police entered the house. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Reach the house.
So can
If they are
I
outside the house. Yes.
so can I say like that the police entered or the police came in the house?
Best is if it is getting into the house, then you say police entered the house. If they are outside the house, then you say police reached the house. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Next.
So may I start?
Gaurav. Okay, lovely. Please start.
Yes, sir. So I will tell about the incident which happened just in the coming week. The incident was that there were two people.
Lovely. Again, your voice is not clear.
Am I audible now?
Yes.
Yeah. So there were two people. One was a minor boy, and one was his the boys. He was studying. They both were studying in the same school, but their age were different. Like one was studying in 12th, so the other one was in the fifth or fourth standard. So the both of them steal had the CBI bag, and they both were seen in the CCTV footage of
Your
the.
voice is again lost, lovely.
I was saying that they both, when they were stealing, when they were stealing a bag of full of 35 lakh cash from SBI. So they both were seen in the CCTV camera, and this incident took place around 11:30 on this Wednesday. And this incident has been recorded in the CCTV cameras which were outside the banks in the streets, the CCTV cameras. This incidents were recorded, and this was seen that there was a minor boy and an adult person with him. They both have hacked the bank, and they have steal 35 lakh rupees from the bank, and all these incidents was captured in the CCTV cameras, and now the police is in investing on the doing investigation of this case, and now they both now the news is that they both have
Your voice is again lost, lovely. Why don't you keep
I was
your
saying that
mic stable?
they both have left India. Like yesterday only, they both have left India. As yesterday they both have steal the bank, and yesterday night they left India, and now the police is being in the case. They are being solving this case since yesterday. As at 11:30 this incident took place. So now the police is being investigating the case, and now both of them have left India. So this is very difficult for the police to do it right now. So I would like to say this. Thank you.
Okay, good, lovely. You said there were two people.
Yes.
Here, the right phrase would be there were two persons. People is for many. Okay.
Okay.
There were two persons. And please keep your speed a little slow. Don't speak too fast. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Then you will be understood better, and people will listen to you. Otherwise, people will not listen to you. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Now I am using the word people because I'm talking about people in general and many people. So instead of persons, I will say people. But if you are referring to only two or and specific individuals, then you will say persons, not people.
All right,
If
sir.
you are
Thank you.
talking about many and unnamed, unspecific, then you say people. Okay, Kashi, will you speak now? Or Vaibhav?
Yes, sir.
Please start, Vaibhav.
Sir, actually, I have not. Sir, there is no case of crime that I have seen in newspapers or in news channel. And sir, I have searched on Google also, sir. But there was a judgment, and sir, in that there was no crime also.
Why? There are so many. Every day, newspaper is full of shocking crimes. In your area also, if you ask your parents or your elders, they will tell you about horrible crimes. There are bad people. Bad people can also be called ruffians, scoundrels, loafers. These are all terms for bad people. Haven't you seen, or even at least you must have heard about crime?
Yes, sir.
You can talk about some crime from some story also. In Mahabharat, what crime happened? From Mahabharat, please tell. Vaibhav.
Draupadi crime was happened.
Yes, Draupadi was disrobed. कपड़े उतारने के लिए क्या बोलेंगे वर्ड? Disrobed. Robe is cloth. To take away someone's clothes is called disrobing. Disrobing. Please describe, Vaibhav, why was Draupadi disrobed?
Sir, because sir,
Who committed this crime in Mahabharata? Who was the person?
Sir, sir, you are saying that sir, I can't say that word in English.
What is? Yeah, you can use Hindi if you don't understand English. I'll tell you in English.
Sir, कि किसने
क्या
उनको
था?
यस
किसने उनके वस्त्र उतारे थे?
नहीं सर,
Who disrobed?
किसने उनके वस्त्र उतरवाए थे, किसकी वजह से?
नहीं, first I am asking who did this crime in Mahabharata? What was the name of that bad person?
Kaurva did this crime, and
Yes, Kushi, what was the name of the evil person?
Sir Shakuni
No, Dushasan.
and Drushashan, because Shakuni said that that's why Drushashan did.
Not Shakuni, Duryodhan. Duryodhan asked Dushasan to bring Draupadi to the court and pull off her sari or disrobe her to humiliate the Pandavas.
Yes, sir, because they were playing a game. So in that the Kauravs lose. So there was
Pandavas lost.
Pandava.
Why do you say lose? You have to use past tense. Pandavas lost to Kauravas. Yes. Then what happened? Vaibhav?
Sir, then that Krishna ji came and sir, then Krishna ji came and helped her. So like he was
Krishna, Lord Krishna, not Krishna ji. Say Lord Krishna helped Draupadi. He did not come there. Without coming from a distance, what did he do? He performed a miracle. Miracle का meaning क्या होता है? Who will tell? What is the meaning of miracle?
Jadoo.
Yeah, very good. So Lord Krishna performed a miracle, and what happened, Vaibhav?
So may I tell Khushi?
Wait, let Vaibhav try first.
Sir, I can't hear you. What you said?
When Lord Krishna, how did he help Draupadi
Sir, actually,
from humiliation?
sir, he said that.
No, sir.
He was
Okay,
giving.
Khushi.
Sir, he start adding on saris so that sari never ends. While pulling that sari, the sari was not ending. There was no end of the sari. He was adding the saris.
Good. It is. You better say it. Lord Krishna added to the sari of Draupadi so that Dushasan could not disrobe her. Okay. So this is one crime. Anything you can tell Weber. It is not a good thing that you said I could not trace any crime. There are so many crimes happening around us. How many of you read newspaper? Please raise your hand. Read or listen to news. Okay. Vaibhav, you listen to news or read newspaper?
Sir, I read newspaper, sir, because in my school I get a daily's newspaper.
So if you read newspaper, then how can you say that I don't know about any crime? Every day, newspaper carries some reports on crime also. Okay.
Sir, I have found a crime in a newspaper, sir, but it is too short.
That is okay. But okay, now let's see. Gagan, would you like to speak now? Gagan, Gaurav, please go ahead.
Good evening, sir. Sir, am I audible and visible?
Good evening. Yes, Gaurav.
Good evening, sir, and my dear friend, sir. Today I take the case. This is, sir, the very famous case in the history of India, sir. I will take the Nirbhaya case. Sir,
Yes,
Nirbhaya case is the 2012 Delhi gang rape and murder case. And the case involved a rape and fatal assault that occurred on 16 December 2012 in Mundrika, a neighborhood in southwest Delhi. And sir, the date on the convicted people of this case are, sir, Mukesh Singh, Vinay Sharma, Pawan Gupta, Akshay Thakur, Ram Singh, and Muhammad Afroz. Sir, the Nirbhaya case incident took place when Jyoti Singh, a 22-year-old psychotherapy intern, was beaten, gang raped, and tortured in a private bus in which she was traveling with her male friend. There were 6 others in the bus, including the driver.
You said Jyoti Singh. Is her name disclosed, or they have not told the real name?
Sir, I think, sir, this is the name of her friend, sir, because the actual name was not enclosed.
So we don't know whether she was Jyoti Singh. She was given a pseudo name.
Yes, sir, pseudo.
fake name is called pseudonym. Nirbhaya.
Yes, sir.
She
Yes,
is called
pseudo, sir.
Nirbhaya.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, sir.
Why did you
And
say Jyoti?
sir, because I searched and I read about this case from the many newspapers. So, sir, I found the name Jyoti Singh was written in the newspapers. As sir, you told that this is, I think this is the pseudonym.
Pseudonym was Nirbhaya, but maybe after the punishment has been granted, her
Yes,
real
sir.
name has been disclosed now because people
Yes,
know the family, so some newspapers have tracked the real name also. Okay, Gaurav, go ahead.
yes, sir. So, sir, the incident took place when a 22-year-old psychotherapy intern was beaten gang rape in a private bus in which she was traveling with her friends. And sir, the incidents generated widespread nationally and international coverage and was widely condemned both India and abroad. And subsequently, public protest against the state and central governments were falling to provide adequate security for women places in the New Delhi where thousands of protesters clashed with security force. So, sir, this case took a very huge incident and had a huge impact on the woman empowerment, on the security of the woman. And we can all know that there were many protests all over the world. Also, few people also protested abroad to give justice, fair, equality, not for this space, especially for the Nirbhaya, as well as for the protection of the women, that the women will in future these cases will not never be repeated, and the future and women have the full security and they move outside, travel outside without any fear or hesitation. And so, sir, the outcomes of this case are that the victims, the four victims were sentenced to death. All were executed on 20th March 2020 at 5:30 a.m. in Thiad prison. And uh, juvenile convict Mohammed Alfroz released on 20 December 2015, and the Juvenile Justice Care and Protection of Children Amendment Bill 2015 was passed by the Rajya Sabha after these incidents took place. So, and the all the verdicity of the victims are found as guilty, and all the accused were arrested and charged with for the sexual assault and murder. And sir, also there were many protests took place. Also through this, the government of Canada also announced to launch the 24/7 dedicated helpline 1091 number for the protection of the women. The government of Tamil Nadu also announced a 13-point action plan to ensure safety for women in Tamil Nadu, and lots and many more uh, policies and schemes were be given by the states governments, by the central governments. And also, sir, this case also somehow make anger to the people, that this how the brutally the people, the victims brutally gang rape or beaten the person, and do the conditions for it, and uh, do the bad things with her. So on 22nd December 2015, Rajya Sabha passed and revised the Juvenile Justice Act, which proposed that the accused of heinous crimes who are above 16 years of age will be treated as an adult in the court of law. So the court and the justice and the government give provide justice to the family of the accused person, provide justice and give justice to the all over the country, to show them that the justice is same for everyone, rules are same from everyone, no one is above the rule. And so this incidents also shocked people somehow at that point, because it was at that moment it was a very heinous crime, and at the end the truth wins. The victims got punishment, they will got life, they get death sentence, and people will get the justice from the government. Thank you.
Very good, Gaurav. You spoke very well because you mentioned the fallout of the case also. This is one of the most horrible crimes that has happened not only in Delhi but in India, which shocked the whole country. And also, you brought out what happened after the case and with how criminals were punished. Very good. But you said they do bad things to her. First of all, you have to use past tense. Secondly,
Excuse
better phrase than bad things is they tortured her. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Better is they tortured her or they assaulted her or they perpetrated. Perpetrated means inflicted. किसी पे कुछ बुरी चीज डालना उसको बोलते हैं perpetrated. 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 Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Vaibhav, you wanted to say something? Gagan,
sir,
are
I
you?
want
Yes.
to say, I have a case, sir. May I speak?
Okay, go ahead.
Sir, sir, there was a girl. There was a boy, and there was a girl also. So the boy, boy loved girl. So they were in love. So the boy was saying that please tell to your mother that we love each other. So when she so there was so she was saying that I will tell, but after some time. So there was a problem of money. The girl that the girl was taken his money, and he was not returning him. So sir, what he did, sir, first he gone to her house, and then sir, what we say dhamki in Hindi?
Threat. He threatened her.
Yes, sir. So sir, he interacted her that if you will not give my money, I will kill you, your father, and your full family. So sir, she was not sir. So she was talking to her friend. The girl was talking to her friend, and then sir, the boy came to his office with his bag, and in bag there was lots of materials and guns of weapon and ammos. So sir, what he did, he reloaded gun, and then he aimed on his head, and then he said that please give my money in a loud voice, heavy voice. He said that give my money, otherwise I will kill you. And she was taking out the money from her bag, and then he hit him on her head, and then sir, he take her all money, and then he gone to her. Then he went to her house, and then he killed her mom and dad also, and then all property and house.
Yes, Vaibhav, please continue.
Yes, sir. So, sir, I was on last. So, sir, he killed his mother and father, and sir, all property, all money, and all things of his her family he take. And then, sir, the crime is sir. That thank you.
Okay, good, Vaibhav. You
So I want
use
to tell a
present
crime.
tense. You use Vaibhav present tense several times. He take her. He. Uh, you have to say he took her or he hit her. Hit present tense and past tense is same. Okay. The past tense of hit is also hit. Yes, Kushi, you were saying something.
So I want to tell a crime.
Report a crime or tell about a crime. Another
Okay.
crime. Okay, go ahead.
Sir, it's about Krishna and Krishna's story. It's related to Krishna's story. One day Sudama and there was a Sudama was most intelligent, like he was a smart boy, and one day he saw that there's an old lady who were who was who uh, who was a beggar, and she was getting money, and one day she was not getting money from people, and she was hungry from many days. One day kind person came and gave him small kotli of chana, and suddenly there was a thief come, and they just stole that chanas and
Chana is called grams. Okay.
yeah,
Grams.
and they stole their grams,
And
and he
potli is
and
bag. Instead of potli, you will say bag. Yes. Bag of grams.
and they stole her grams, and she was so angry because she was not getting food from several days. She was so angry, and she gave shrap to them
Curse.
that
Shrap is called curse.
Sorry, sir, I was not able to hear.
Shrap is called curse.
Sorry,
C-U-R-S-E.
yeah, and he cursed them that that if someone eat these chanas like grams, he or she will suffer from a hunger, and he or she will be most worst person in the world. And this come and Sudama come to know about this, and the same gram was the same the thief put that gram bag of gram in front of Kotia, like that hut where the Krishna ji and Sudama and Guru Mata used to stay. They put that gram there and they run away, and that Guru Mata took that gram and gave this to Krishna, Lord Krishna and Sudama for it while getting that bunch of tree and all. And when the Rama come to know that this grams are cursed, if my friend will eat, so he will also suffer from like he will suffer for money and all. He will not get food, so he ate all the chanas. So that was a problem.
Okay, very good. Chana is also called chickpeas. Okay, chickpeas or grams.
Oh yeah, I was thinking that name, but I was not coming. That word was not coming to my mind. That was
okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. So Rita, you want to add something?
Sir, may I speak?
Yes, Gagan, please go ahead.
Sir, am I visible?
Yes, very good.
Okay. So, good evening, sir. So, for the today's class and today's topic, I'm choosing, sir, one of the dangerous case ever committed, which was Hathras rape case. So, as we all know, the Hathras rape case was committed on September 14, 2020, and in this Hathras case, it occurred in Hathras, UP. A 19-year-old alleged girl, 19-year-old girl was brutally raped by the four accused persons named Sandeep, Lavkush, Ravi, and Ramu. And all these accused raped that 19-year-old girl on September 14. So after
After the rape was approximately committed on the 2:30 a.m. in the morning, and after the brutally raping the 19-year-old girl, the four of the accused were filed. CBI filed the charge sheet against the four accused person for gang rape and murder of the Dalit movement. The CBI invoked the sections 302, which was punishment for murder, 376 punishment for rape, and 376A punishment for inflicting injury while committing rape, resulting to the death of the person was, and section 376G gang rape of IPC were the relevant provisions which were invoked by the CBI on four of the accused. The four of the accused were arrested by the local police, and they are currently in the judicial custody with the imprisonment. So Hathras gang rape is a long, horrific crime which were occurred, and on October 1st, UP's additional director general of police said that the forensic report from the government laboratory tells about that the four particular victims four particular victims raped that particular girl, and they were proved in the forensic report. So by this act, it was a very horrific and shocking and a dangerous act that occurred, and on this the Priyanka Vadra also gets angry, and he also says that the Priyanka Vadra, who is the All India Congress Committee General Secretary, he said that about he points out the law and order that going on in India, that by this strict law and order, how that the four accused person do that horrific, terrific act, which terrific act. So he points out the mistake of the laws and order and mistake of the UP government, and also points out the CM Yogi Adityanath, that what he was doing and why he shouldn't make strict laws regarding to the safety of the women and other persons also. And not for this also, the people also were charged as the people also protest, and also protest against this, that how that this particular act is being committed, and now the four of persons were sentenced. Now four of persons were in the jail within the judicial custody, and the victim person who of 19-year-old girl was the UP government said that they gave 2.5 million rupees to that particular to that family as an compensation amount. So thank you, sir.
Okay, very good, Gagan. You use the word women's. The plural of woman
Yes,
is
sir.
women. Okay,
sir.
and which occurred. Instead of that, you can better say which happened. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Another thing is that you talked about Priyanka Vadra's anger. She was angry.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But that was not needed, because UP government she was blaming, but UP government had arrested all these. Crime can happen
Yes.
in any place, but government is to be
Yes.
blamed if the criminals are not caught and they are not punished. But UP government punished these criminals. So Priyanka Vadra was only trying to criticize and humiliate BJP government because she is from another party. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Devesh,
Yes, Khushi, you were saying. Rita.
Devesh, one recent crime that jihadi had assaulted the tailor master of Udaipur.
and
Yes.
that is a very recently what we had heard.
That's a very important point. I am in fact
Jihadi.
surprised that none of the students took up this example of a horrible beheading.
That we had heard
Beheading
earlier in during.
by a chopper. Long knife is called chopper of a innocent tailor, Hindu tailor by jihadis. Jihadis are people who hate all non-Muslims. They want to convert everyone to Islam. They are called jihadis and they use violence also. Yes, Kushi, you want to say something?
So I want to mention the crime. It's a Lakshmi, like Lakshmi crime.
What is that?
So there was a girl named Lakshmi, and while she wait, yeah, Agarwal, something like his name was Lakshmi Agarwal, I guess. Yeah.
What about
so I
this?
was So I was telling that there was a girl named Lakshmi Agarwal, and she was there was a boy when she used to go to college. There was a boy who used to flirt with him, and when she rejected that boy, the boy became angry and he just threw acid on his face, and because of that, her full face was burned. And there was a movie also based on that, was Chapak, who was casted by Deepika Padukone.
Okay. Yes, there are many arrogant and criminal-minded boys who torture women in the name of love. This is not love, this is hatred. But from all this, one lesson is to be drawn that there is no guarantee of justice in the world. We have to create good institutions, good police, good judiciary in order to bring about justice. Justice is not given by nature. In fact, in nature, in the forest, the strong animal kills the weaker animal. Same was in society earlier. It is only by cultural evolution, cultural development that humans have created judiciary, police, etc. so that crimes are punished. And we shall not expect that justice will necessarily happen. Sometimes good people also suffer. But we have to try to create better institutions in society, better judiciary, better police, so that maximum number of times criminals are punished. This is the lesson we have to draw. Yes, Kushi, what do you want to say?
So I want to mention a most. So I want to tell the most like Hitler one, most dangerous crime was done by Hitler. He killed millions of Jews, and he made it so many camps. And when the people of France and all came there, they saw the bodies, and the people were suffering like.
Yeah, that's a very memorable example. Good,
Yes,
Kushi.
sir.
From history also we learn about terrible crimes and Hitler's torture and killings of 6 million Jews. 6 million Jews were killed. 6 million is equal to 60 lakhs. Even
and they were
children
tortured also.
Yes, that's something we shall never forget. But today Germany is a very good country, and if anyone supports Hitler, he is immediately put behind bars. So we end today's discussion. Now we meet tomorrow. Good night, everybody. Remember the lesson also from our discussion. Good night.
Good night.